Dude, he's rolling it out. It's a good time. He's looking good. He's having fun. And ultimately, he's being dirty. That's what he's here for. He's got a little bit of sorghum to harvest, for the chickens. But most of all, he's turning those fields over. Oh, yeah. You know he is. This is episode 44 of Irrelevant Terms. What's going on, everyone? Dirty Randy here. And we're back at it for another day in the village here. It should be a good one. We got a sorghum harvest on the agenda, and we got to get some lime and stuff like that down. You might notice a couple new additions here with construction, such as, some gravel being put down instead of just dirt. We still have some dirt roads and stuff like that, the ones kind of connecting all the fields and whatnot, but we did get some gravel put down, and one of our fields is actually now completely paved over, so we'll go check that out at some point today as well, because we got some new additions in the works. We just need a little bit more money to get us there. Nothing like a little morning stroll through the sunflower field, Spud. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, just firing up the gator, and we gotta throw some lime down on some fields. That way we can get started with planting some more canola. Oh my gosh, for next season. We just made that corner, hit the brakes, but we're good. We gotta dump out a little bit of fertilizer here first, and then we got a bunch of bags of lime back in our big bag holder, which is kind of nice and convenient to fill this guy up, so that should come in handy for us there. And I put down the gravel thinking, oh, that'll help keep the dust at bay. But I feel like the gravel roads are dustier than the dirt roads. I don't know. Alright, we got our fertilizer swapped out there, and a couple of the frames slid out up top with our lime. And we got some kind of random areas to do because we have some fields that are connected that used to be all different fields on different kind of crop cycles and whatnot. So, some fields just really need a little bit, some need all of it to get done. So we'll see how it goes there. Looks like that's looking pretty good. And we're nice and full, so we will head off. And once this is done, we can connect our big cedar seed planter with the seeds to the McCormick just down below there, and we can get rolling on some more canola. We'll probably get some help with that while we do our one field of sorghum, and we don't even need trailers and stuff like that, I don't think, for it. I guess maybe probably to bring it down to get we just need to put that in our silo, because that's just for the chickie boys, so that is kind of nice. Like I said, we don't need to do this whole field. Probably just something like this in the middle, and I think that'll probably be more than enough, because it's really just this middle field, and not even the whole thing, weirdly. The sides were fine. It was mostly just a big square patch in the middle, so that's what we're doing, and then we'll move on to the other fields that need it. Our sorghum field does need it, but thankfully we'll be loaded up with lime in here, so we can do that whenever we're done with our harvest, which really shouldn't take too long. I think that's probably fine, but I will do one more just in case here. That way we get all of it. And you know what? That should probably be more than fine for this field. I know it looks goofy, but really that's all it needed, was just kind of this middle bit. So that is that. And of course, our couple other fields need to get done as well. Again, not all of them. Oh boy. Alright, let's cruise through here. Then we're looking good, bud. Looking good. I came back to fix this one because I did check out the map and we needed just a little bit more. So I cleaned up that one area there and this end. And there we go. That's good, but I noticed we're pretty much out. Like that is what, I guess 800, 1,000 liters of lime. That's how far it gets us. So there we go. That's that. And since we're here, we'll throw in some more, and then we'll go do our other fields there. I don't think it's going to be able to get our whole field done, unfortunately. We'll probably have to make a couple trips back and forth. But like I said, once it's done, then it's done. Then it's out of the way, and we can focus on getting the other stuff dealt with. This is just kind of one of those little things, unfortunately, we gotta get done if we want to have a good yield before we can get to actual planting and sowing some crops in the ground. right, well, besides our sorghum field, that's all of the lime we got to do for now, so that's awesome. And as you can see, this is where our other field used to be, and things are in the work to change, like I've been saying. It's all paved over, looking good. We got some exposed rock out there now, and really, it's all nice and level for the most part, you know, and it's looking good. So more to come with that as it develops in time, and our gator's all ready to go with enough lime, hopefully, to get our sorghum field done, and we can probably hop in our combine now and just get that done, and then move all that grain over into our silo. Maybe 1,200, 1,500 liters. You know, it's really not going to be that much, but that is all right, enough to kind of keep us going until we can kind of keep, well, replant it and keep that in the works as well. I suppose we could, if we really wanted to, buy a field that has sorghum. I know there are a couple, and kind of just take that crop for the most part and then sell the field after, but we'll see how much we get. Alright, nice and easy. We made it through without destroying any more crop, thankfully. That's always the tough part, and I can never seem to quite line this up the first time. Come on, Chief. There you go, looking good. Alright. Like I said, this is going to be a nice and quick harvest. It's a small field, mostly going to be the sunflowers that are a bigger one, and of course, all of the grapes. What's going on? Oh my god, wait, what? Oh, we're good. No, we're good. I was like, what? It's not taking them. It's not taking them, but it is. It just leaves a lot of stock behind, unlike some of our other crops. That's all good. And yeah, I am actually honestly tempted to kind of scoop up another field and just get some more. That way we're covered, you know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not 100%. Like, we need the money for other stuff at the moment. At the same time, we do have oils and such in the works, so we do have money incoming. We just gotta make some sales, you know? So, already mostly done this field. We'll wrap it up RQ and see what our total count is. Alright, and like that, it's done. We actually got 2,100 liters out of there, so that's more than I was expecting, honestly. That I was expecting maybe 12 to 1,500, so that is actually pretty great. We can drop off our header piece once again, and thankfully the gator is there to tow it back into its position, its home, because it's kind of really difficult to do with the combine here, but that's alright. And you know, I'm tempted, just because we're already in the guy, just do a loop. Our trailers are not far away. We can just pipe out, dump out all of our grain, the little bit that we have there. Oh my gosh, we're hitting sunflowers. And then we can park them up and we're good to go. I suppose we are going to need them again soon, but with a different header piece, because we will need to be doing sunflowers, and I don't believe, have a sunflower header at the moment. Come on, I can make this. I can make this. It's just a little 2-point turn, as some of them are. Alright. Once we get clear of the birch trees, we can put out our pipe. I think we can now. Oh my god, no. I think we can now. Wonderful. There we go. Not a whole lot. If I went by slow, we could have done a drive-by, and I bet you we could have dumped it all out. Then again, this is actually taking longer than I expected. There we go. Wonderful. Pipe in. And we're looking good. Fold them up. And we're just having a good time. We'll slowly make our way on over to our silver shed there. Everything is looking wonderful. Alright, here's the tricky part. Backing into the shed without ruining any more sunflowers. Oh, look at that. You know what? It's not difficult. I'm always doing a cool guy exit filming from the front when I leave from here and I run wide, hit the sunflowers. But we're learning. Alright, we hooked up to the McCormick. The harvest is done, so that is the important thing to do today, done. So for the most part, it's getting everything else ready. I'm not sure if we're going to be replanting in this field right away, if we're going to do canola in it. I suppose we should keep some stuff for the chickens, but then again, we can always be expanding if needed. So we're going to mulch this guy up. Some of our fields I feel like aren't always worth mulching, but these guys, they're really big. They leave a lot left behind, so I think it is kind of worth it. But she's a dusty job for sure, and it might be worth hopping in the cultivator again, just to get this one done. And then, like I said, we could drop some canola in here if we did want to, and then just like that, we've made the field useful once again, instead of it sitting for a little bit until we can plant sorghum or something like that. I suppose we could plant some wheat or something, which is like a later crop, but again, that still sits around for 3/4 of the year until we can harvest it. So I don't know, stuff to ponder as we're getting through here. Thankfully it's not a big field, so just doing cleanup like this really doesn't take too long. That way we can get it in the rotation here with our other fields. Alright, well, that's looking pretty good. Besides lime, which we're really set up to go do next, we're good to go once we get these guys hooked up, and that's just fantastic. I guess we probably could have got somebody going on it a little bit earlier on some of our other fields, but hey, the lime needed to get done, and I think we'll have enough time in the day to do pretty well. If it doesn't all get done today, that's okay, because the planting window continues into next month, but it would be nice to get it done if possible. So we'll get that guy folded up. Geez, you know, might be just easiest to head straight out this direction. I think we can fit. Wonderful. Alright, there we go. Not sure how we're doing for seed, but I think we'll be alright for a little bit. Alright, we'll get someone to start off on this field for us while we finish off just with the lime, putting away the trailers and the header trailers, stuff like that. And then we can probably hop back in and give them a hand, or we could go sell some stuff as well, make a little bit of money, and, you know, make sure we're all good for tomorrow. Oh yeah, back in the gator. And yeah, this will not take long at all, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I think, you know what, we probably just will throw down canola in here if we are replanting that stuff today, because, you know, why not? It doesn't hurt to have a bunch of it, and, you know, we didn't have enough to fill it up with our last harvest, so it doesn't hurt to add on some more. It's land we got, and it's a field that's ready to be planted, so, you know, all that being said, why not, right? And sunflowers not too far behind. It always baffles me that they're ready to harvest when they look dead. They look dead and creepy when they're ready to harvest, whereas like right now they're such nice sunflowers, you know. You'd think, hey, I want that, but that's not what you want. Alright, we just got our sorghum dropped off there, and I think we're going to take this tractor into town, and we might lease a roller and see if we can't follow along behind them as they go. These fields have not been rolled out in a really long time, but that's not a problem. That's okay. That's why we're going to go do it. So, I don't know what the heck they're doing. Why did they lift off there, and they left an entire kind of chunky, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know, just that one little area, to be honest with you. That's alright. We'll get it fixed up, and we're going to go make just some sales and whatnot. They're going to move on to another field, I'm sure. Ooh, this looks harvested. We can cut across here. We'll be back with a roller after we make a little bit more money from selling some more oils. We don't have any more grape products at the moment to sell, but that's alright. We've got a grape harvest coming up pretty soon. And yeah, so we'll make a little bit of money, and then we'll go lease a roller. We'll head back over, start rolling some fields behind them, and it should be looking pretty good, you know. All in all, it's coming along, and we'll see how much money we get. That could be the last little sale we need to have enough for our expansion. Okay, thank you, kind sir. I almost hit that lady. Alright, we got all of our goods loaded on here. I think mostly sunflower oil. Well, 4 or 5 of those, 2 olive, and our first load of canola oil from there. So that is awesome, as well as figured why not get our honey out of there as well. So that is just dandy, and it should be a pretty good sale. You know, price maybe isn't at its peak right now, but it's still a fair price. And, you know, the goods got to get sold sometime. Alright, we got our trailer dropped off, just pulled up to the shop here, and another $45,000 in our pocket. That should be more than enough to lease a roller. $2,000, not cheap, not too expensive though. That'll do, and it should be more than big enough for our needs today. Alright, we're almost back, and I figured let's go check out the progress of where we're at. I did ask him to finish up this other field that we just got into shape, and it looks like he's probably done with it. So that is awesome. I'll let this guy unfold really quick and move this tractor around. Alright, they're off onto another field for us, and we got this guy unfolded. It's looking so shiny, brand new. I mean, I suppose because it is, but we're gonna make it real dirty. And well, thankfully the lime is kind of settled into the ground and mixed into the soil a little bit more that's been planted. Otherwise, I would have felt bad. We might have had to wash this thing before we brought it back, but that's all good. We unfortunately missed a little strip here, and if we're gonna do it, we may as well try and get it all done, you know what I'm saying? Okay, alright. Premature with the lower, Randy. Or I guess with the driving forwards. There we go. But yeah, thankfully this guy is actually a solid width, especially for the type and size of fields we're dealing with here. So we should be able to make relatively quick work of these fields. Come on now. There we go. I just wanted to get lined up so we could fit the whole distance into there, but I think we got it. There we go. Wonderful. And of course we got that first field that we planted that we got to go tackle. And I think we'll probably do that because the field that he's in right now, I have a feeling is similar to this one where that's going to be 2 or 3 passes and it's complete. So let's go ahead and do that. I suppose maybe should drive right through it, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Nothing's really started to grow just yet. Let's just enjoy cutting the corners while we can, because that'll be gone once again. All right. Well, we'll get her unfolded here. We did thankfully get those spots cleaned up. I was like, dude, come on, you can't just leave like a random strip in the middle of the field like that. He's like, okay, fine. I'm sorry, Randy, I'll do it. So it's done. And thankfully this whole field is now done. And once we roll through it, it'll be done, except for weeding. You know, I'm not sure how that's going to look all this year because we've got, like I said, sunflowers and grapes coming up to harvest pretty soon. And that means we might not have time to get in here and take those weeds out with like a weeder or even a hoe. We might have to spray them. Hopefully we can just employ some help and get somebody to take those out for us. That would be really nice because I think we're going to be pretty occupied with our harvests and all of our expansion in the next couple months here. So we're just going to overlap a little bit, but that's well good. That's what you want, just a touch. And yeah, we're making pretty quick work of this field as well. It's such a nice day out here. Alright, we're looking pretty good. We just have a little bit of rolling to finish up. But for the most part, we're on to putting seed in the ground on our last field. So that is awesome. We caught up to them, as you can see, on this field. But that's not a huge deal there. We just kind of discussed the game plan for the last field that they're in. And it should be pretty good. I mean, now these fields are all planted once again, harvested just the other day, and turned around just like that. So that has actually been quite successful, you know, in addition to our very small but necessary sorghum harvest to just keep a little bit more food for the chickens there. So that combined with our barley should be enough to keep us ticking for a little while longer there. So that is just fantastic. We got this one little spot to clean up there, and then I'm not sure if we can fit the width of this strip here. I don't think we can, to be honest with you. So it'll take 1.5 passes, and then we'll be on to the field that is getting planted right now. And the timing could not be better. The sun is starting to come down. You know, you can see those long shadows, and it's looking good. You know, like I said, it's been another successful day, and I'm looking forward to it. We got to take some weeds out of the ground on these guys pretty soon as well, so you know that's something to be prepared for and just keep in the back of our mind there. But all in all, everything is looking fantastic, and this new area is looking so good. I'm glad it got all leveled out and everything. It just really stands out like that, to be honest with you. So looks like, yeah, they're just taking care of this. I suppose we could just let them finish up, but equally, you know, we haven't really done too much either, so it probably wouldn't hurt to do some ourselves. I'm just curious what kind of route they're taking, if they're going to be going along this guy, or what the deal is there. Oh, I don't want to get in your way. You know, maybe we can just follow along and watch. Alright, that was pretty cool, but that's enough of that. We got to get rolling. The sun is going down, And you know what? I think we might actually try and hop in this guy, because there are just a couple spots that were missed that we should probably just touch up and get done. That way we can roll over them, and it's no big deal. Alright, just a pass and a half to go, and like I said, there's a couple little touch-ups, and then we are good. Probably just, honestly, call it a day after that is done. We can deal with taking off implements and all that good stuff tomorrow. Like I said, I don't even know what we have next month. It's either grapes or it's sunflowers, one of the two, but it should be a good time. We got a fair bit of both of those, so it should be good, like I said. So I'm looking forward to it. This is pretty much done here. It's tough to tell with this tractor sometimes with the seed on the front. It really is takes up so much more room. It's tough to get around some things, but thankfully we're able to grab that one little spot there, and I think there's maybe one on the other side that we got to touch up as well. Rolling shouldn't take too long, thankfully. With the big implement, it'll be kind of wonky getting around the tower here, but once that's done, we're good to go. And I mean, it's full on dark nighttime out here now, so it means it's getting pretty late, considering the time of year. So hey, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, we're just getting them to drive it back to the yard for us. We're going to do some nighttime work. We haven't done this in some time. Normally, we're able to have more than enough time in the day to get everything we need to done, because our fields generally in the past have not been that large. But now, you know, we decided to roll too, which, hey, if we weren't doing that, we would have just been rolling, you know, I said rolling, that's the wrong word, considering we are literally rolling the field. We would have just been moving along, planting the field ourselves, so that would have been all good there. And normally, yeah, we wouldn't have been rolling, which is taking up this extra bit of time, so we would have been finished some time ago. I anticipate probably quicker than our friend could have done it. No offense to him, he did a fantastic job, and I'm glad he was there for it. It allowed us to get pretty much everything we needed to done today, which is just fantastic. And thankfully, thanks to our arborist friends, there's no more trees along here, so we can kind of just roll through here, going on the path a little bit, but that's not a huge deal, and that makes our lives so much easier, because before, like I said, it was much pain with all of the trees around there, so that should make our lives easier in general when it comes to this field, for the time being at least. Boom. Could not have done that before, I'll tell you that. And this one last little area, and we're looking good. Like that. And then, of course, there's here, that little corner. We'll try not to forget that one. And we maybe got, what, 2, maybe 3 passes through here. 2 if we can get our width just right, but I anticipate, you know, I always try and overlap a little bit so we don't have any missed spots, so I anticipate we'll have just an extra little sliver that, of course, we don't quite fit in. But yeah, you know what, hey, that's a good sizable amount. Respectable. This one is gonna be tough. Oh, we did snag that spot. Fantastic. Alright, well, this is pretty much it, besides that one little corner. Looking good. You love to see it. And the traffic being oh so polite with our tractor getting close to the road there. If you did notice in our nice little time lapse. It was nice just throwing the drone up for a little bit and kind of watching some work get done from a different angle. And, you know, timing couldn't have been better with the sun going down. So, hey, there you go. All the rolling completed. We can get this guy folded up. And, you know what? We can probably just leave him here for the shop to come pick up in the morning time. It's a nice little convenient spot for it, especially since we got a nice new asphalt and gravel entrance up in here. Yeah, we're moving up in the world. And probably turn off some lights too. We don't need to be blinding the entire world. I mean, not that there's much out here, but still. Oh gosh, the other tractor came this way, so we might be blocked in a little bit with the cedar implement and the McCormick there, but we'll see what we can do. I know you're up there, buddy. Hopefully we can squeeze on by. And like I said, we can just drop him off the implements and such in the morning. That's not a huge deal. Oh yeah, there's room to squeeze on by. Wonderful, look at that. And this entrance feels bigger. It's not, but it's just because there was bushes and whatnot in there before. So now we can just pull into here. There we go, looking good. Lights off. You'll love to see it. And hey, lights on in here. New upgrades. Like I said, we're moving up in the world. So hey, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got lots more to come and some really big additions. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.